Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The voice that just blessed us was the voice of the Reverend Kimberly Banks Brown, and we'll be hearing a little bit more from her in a few moments. My name is Joe Thompson. I am Assistant Professor of Race and Ethnicity Studies at Virginia Theological Seminary and also the Director of Multicultural Ministries. And it does my heart good. I'm very uplifted to see all of you here this evening on a very humid Friday night. I wasn't expecting as many people as this to turn out, to be honest with you, and so it just goes to show how much interest there is in the 400th anniversary of the arrival of Africans to Jamestown, and also how much interest there is in memorializing the atrocities of slavery as well, and we must not forget that we are memorializing the resilience of those people who endured the peculiar institution of slavery. And so, thank you very, very much for being here tonight. Why did we decide to do a march? There were a couple of reasons. One, we thought rather than doing something in our chapel, we have a beautiful chapel, and it would have been wonderful to do something there, but why not be a little bit more visible and walk down the street, and maybe if somebody is wondering what are all these people doing walking down the street, we can raise awareness about the fact that these very significant historic monuments are in this city, and raise awareness about the history of this city and this region. And the second reason was we're going to the Franklin and Armfield slave office, which is a place where many slave couples embarked with slaves walking south to Mississippi and Louisiana, being sold down the river, as it were. And so we thought, why not have a march? Why not walk? So we can get an idea in these short 20 minutes, and we'll all be, I'm sure, the worse for wear at the end of those 20 minutes, of just a tiny, tiny little taste of what it must have been like to march for days and weeks on end against your will. So those are the reasons why we decided to do this march. I'd like to have a few speakers, and then we're going to start the march. But I'd like to begin by introducing the Dean and President of Virginia Theological Seminary, the Very Reverend Ian S. Markham. He will be followed by the Reverend Melissa Hayes Smith, who is from the Diocese of Southwestern Virginia, who is partnering in this march, who is really leading the march, and we partnered with them. And then we will have history from Mr. Al Wallace, who is the historian for the Alfred Street Baptist Church. So I will turn it over to Dean Markham, and then we can just turn it over to subsequent speakers.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you to all those who've made this moment possible. Virginia Theological Seminary thinks this is holy and important work. The act of remembrance is the act of making the past present, and it's so important that we do that work of remembering. Human lives, in the end, don't want for much. They want to be loved, they want to be free, they want to be able to have families, they want to care for parents, they want to live with a sense of opportunity and possibility. And in this journey and act of remembrance, we remember that there's many people that possibility was not granted. And therefore we remember the sin, and we remember the obligation to create a different future, a different present, and to be alert always to the evil of racism and the tyranny of racism and the sin that it embodies. And now I invite from the Diocese of Southern Virginia, Southwestern Virginia.
I'm Melissa Hayes Smith, and I'm the Canon for Justice and Reconciliation Ministries in our diocese. And, you know, can't hear me? Okay, sorry about that. So we wanted to begin some significant way to recognize the 400th anniversary. And being in the mountains of Virginia, we don't have Jamestown, we don't have a lot of places that from the early history, but then soon realized that the land where we are played a very significant role in this forced migration of African Americans down what is virtually Route 11. And I was so thankful that BTS was willing to partner with us and that we could start our pilgrimage here on Duke Street, I believe it is. And tomorrow, beginning at 10, the pilgrimage will go on down to Stanton, where there will be a march through downtown Stanton. That's at 10. And then at 1 o'clock in Roanoke, I'm a part of that program specifically. We're going to be focusing on the documented lynchings in Roanoke. And then at 3:30, there's going to be an event in Radford at the place where the slave couples crossed the New River. And finally, at 6:30, there will be a church service in Abingdon, a service of repentance and reconciliation. And in each community, there's been growing partnerships, ecumenical as well as across racial lines, and it's really taken on a life of its own, and I'm so pleased. One of our symbols that we're using, and we have been using in our diocese, is the symbol that came from the Episcopal Church of the, there it is.
Labyrinth.
The labyrinth for becoming beloved community. And so, as we've been talking about this, we recognize that this pathway to reconciliation is very much like a labyrinth. And unfortunately, history has repeated itself, and that's why we can focus on so many different events. So this is a great symbol, and I just wanted for you to understand why we selected that. I don't want to take any more time. So happy to see you tonight. Thank you for partnering with us.
Let's march. Good evening, boys and girls.
Good evening.
My name is Alton Wallace, and I'm from New Bern, North Carolina. New Bern was the colonial capital of North Carolina before it moved to Raleigh. We were founded in 1710, so we're about 19 years older than Old Town. I was brought up there on a tobacco farm that I still own and operate. Many of you have never seen a black farmer. Anyway, this is how we live. My father was also a Baptist minister, and as such, I was brought up in the traditions of the Baptist church. And so, different from most of you, I never sin. I understand it's a lot of fun, but I never got around to sinning. We've assembled today to do a march on behalf of the enslaved people, the African Americans who were enslaved for over 150 years. And as I understand, we're going to do a short celebration here, and then we're going to move to the slave pen on Duke Street. Again, in this cemetery, there are about 2,000 African Americans buried. And when we get over to the slave pen, there were perhaps 20,000 slaves who were sold through their south. So these are two key spots here in the city of Alexandria. And at some level, it is a terrible indictment of our nation and our city that we have those two sites here in the Old Town. But we're going to visit those two sites to commemorate the enslaved people and what they endured. If we were true to form, the march tonight would not just recover those two sites. It would begin in West Africa, perhaps in Sierra Leone, about 400 years ago, about 1619. It would begin there, and we would endure a 30-day trip on a slave ship in the bottom chained together. That would be the first leg of that march, from Sierra Leone to perhaps Norfolk or Savannah, to be disembarked here in these United States. And from there, we would then enter a journey covering 150 years as we moved about the South from plantation to plantation to plantation, about 150 years. And while we were there in the South, we would endure and experience all the things that African Americans experienced as slaves in the South. As we continue to move about the South, perhaps at some point, we might find ourselves here in Alexandria on a block being sold over at the Armfield slave pen. Think about what a horrible experience that must have been, both for the slave and for the owner. The slave pen opened about 1830, and between 1830 and 1835, that was the peak period of that slave pen. And each year they would ship 1,000 African Americans from this city south to endure the worst part of slavery in the rural South. And as they shipped people, part of the situation that created all these slaves in this area was the products we grew here. Here in this area, we grew tobacco. George Washington was a tobacco farmer. I'm a tobacco farmer. Tobacco drains the soil. And so after you grow tobacco for an extended period, you have to stop. And so as farmers in this area stopped growing tobacco and switched to other crops, George Washington switched to corn and started making whiskey, right? As they switched their crops, there was an excess of slaves. You needed 100 slaves to put in tobacco, which was very labor intensive. But doing corn, you could get away with 50. And so there were these excess slaves in this area. And we began selling them south into the deepest part of South, Mississippi and Alabama, to do that work. And as I look out at most of you, I can tell you're professionals. You're lawyers, you're doctors, you're ministers. I can tell by your clothes, by your countenance, by the way you behave, even the perfumes you wear. But you're professional. But can you imagine your profession being selling people everything? That's what it was like to have been a slave trader over there. Every day you're dealing with the worst part of humanity, selling slaves. On this journey, after we left the slave house, the slave pen was sold back into the South. Again, perhaps we spent another 30, 40, 50 years there working as slaves. And then the Civil War broke out. And as the war broke out, slaves in the South, as the Union liberated various towns, they headed north. And if you're coming up the coastal route, the first Yankee town you got to was Alexandria. We were the first town all these slaves got to. And during the Civil War, about 20,000 African American slaves settled in this city. We became essentially an all-black town. During the early part of the Civil War, most of the whites in the area had fled south to Richmond, and you had 20,000 African Americans coming here. When they got here, in about 1863, I think it was, an epidemic broke out. And there were 400 who died that year. And that was when this cemetery was started. And then in due season, the Union Army appointed a superintendent of it, made this a formal cemetery. And over the next 4 or 5 years, there were an additional roughly 2,000 people were there. And that's what you see as you walk around here. 2,000 people. And so this, after spending a life of slavery, this became the final resting place for the weary souls who had spent that time as slaves. Now, as I indicated, my father's a minister, I'm not. But as a minister, each speech, each homily, there's a type of title for it. And if I had to attach a title to this talk, it would be Man in Humanity to me. You've heard that, no doubt, from Robert Burns' Man in Humanity to Man. And what it speaks of is the fact that we as humans inflict more pain on our neighbors and our friends than all of nature in its body. We inflict more pain than all the hurricanes, the floods, the epidemics, the tornadoes. Man in humanity to man. That's what we do. We inflict pain and grief on our fellow man. And if you're looking for a perfect example of man's inhumanity to man, the perfect example is slavery. For 150 years, we inflicted this nonsense on our fellow man. And when finally somebody said, you know, guys, this is nonsense. We got to end this. You know what we did? We fought a war to continue it. Man, inhumanity to man. To me, that just breaks my heart to think that man is capable, predisposed even, to inflict more harm, danger, death on his fellow man than nature can always do. I had the poem, the entire last stanza of the poem that I was going to recite for you, but I don't have a platform here with the poem in it. But the last verse in there cites that man's inhumanity to man creates more death, more danger, 1,000-fold than nature itself. I don't have the exact words. And if you listen to the words of that poem, if you embrace them in your heart, and observe what's happening in the nation and the world, the fact that we are so man-inflict such inhumanity on his neighbor could lead us all to despair, knowing that we're going to continue this same thing. But those of you who are Christians know that there's also hope. The prophet Jeremiah says, you know the plans I have for you, says the Lord of hosts. Plans to prosper and plans to offer you hope. So where some of you are perhaps despair, I have hope, recognizing that our Savior Jesus Christ offers us both hope and a future. God bless you, and thank you very much.
And as with most impactful events in our lives, there is an occurrence of grief and gratitude. And as we stand here today with the remains of tortured yet triumphant ancestors beneath our feet, for many of them, making their way to this place was the gratitude. This was their release. This was their escape. So as I sing this song today, I ask that you think about how a life is led where this is the pinnacle of that experience. I think I see my chariot coming. Good news. I believe I see my chariot coming. Good news. I'm sure I see my chariot coming, and I don't want to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. If you get to glory before I do, coming for to carry me home, tell all my folks that I'm coming to, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. It was a group of angels, and they were rushing after me, coming for to carry me home. Sweet, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. That's why I say it's good news. I think I see my chariot coming. Good news. I'm glad I see my chariot coming. Good news. I'm sure I see my chariot coming, and it's coming for to carry me. If we would now read together, responsively, a litany for reconciliation. Lord God, it was in an African garden that you created the human family.
In Eden, waters freely ran, plants, animals, and all the nature were one.
Who are we that you should have made us in your image, crowned us with your glory, and given us the freedom to make choices?
Through human freedom, your original intent was intruded upon and violated.
From that moment of transgression and separation, you have constantly sought to find us, to forgive us, and to bring us back to you.
Lord, carry us, forgive our disobedience.
Under watchful eye, Moses led your people out of Egypt while you guided your children through the wilderness. The Hebrew children escaped the fiery furnace. Likewise, you guided African Americans through the perils of enslavement and brutality.
Forgive those who accept ideas of racial inferiority and prejudice.
Our leaders have taught us how to love in the face of hatred. We therefore seek reconciliation and not revenge.
We extend love and fellowship to all who, like us, are created in your image.
God, you sought to repair the damage done in the garden by sending your Son, Jesus Christ, to reconcile us to you and to each other.
Thank you for the ministry of reconciliation, the that lifts our spirits and changes our hearts.
Help us to forgive those who need peace and healing, and grant us a clearer understanding of your truth.
Give us courage to stand against those who continue to sow evil, and may our lives point others to respect, equality, and dignity.
At this time, we have several people who will offer brief remarks. We have several distinguished guests with us this evening. Delegate Mark Levine, Councilman John Chapman. And so I ask that Delegate Levine would speak, then Councilman Chapman. And then we have the Reverend Kim Coleman, who is Director of Trinity Episcopal Church in Arlington. She will speak. And then finally, the Reverend Mark Jefferson, who is one of my colleagues at the seminary, will have closing remarks and a prayer. And then we'll have some instructions about the march and embarking on the march. So, Delegate Levine.
Thank you, Reverend. I also want to recognize Councilman Kanika Gire, who is somewhere in this crowd over there. Delegate Charnel Herring and I are proud to represent the city of Alexandria. One of the amendments to the budget we got passed this year was an amendment to provide more funding to historically African American cemeteries. And I was glad that that passed to help wonderful places like where we stand. We stand in a holy place. We stand in a place of pain and a place of hope. A place no better illustrated, I think, than this beautiful work of art behind me. As you see, this woman reaches down to help someone in pain, to lift them up to, as I see it, a man looking to the future. Think of the people who were here. This is the Freeman and Contrabands cemetery. What does that mean? Well, the freedmen were the people who were free. There was actually a large free black community in Alexandria, D.C. Note I didn't say Alexandria, Virginia. Alexandria was part of the nation's capital. They, of course, did not have equal rights, but they were at least free. Much better than the slaves that lived here. The slaves, think what it means to be a slave. Think what it means to be subject to the whim of a master, hoping for a bit of kindness, but subject to cruelty, subject to the lash of the whip, subject to families being separated from one another right here in Alexandria, right where we're going today, losing your loved one forever, to be marched down the river in coffles. What was a coffle? This is maybe 20, 25 men chained together with these thick chains around their neck, chained one to another, marching long marches, sometimes dozens of miles a day in the hot sun. And even if you could make the march, perhaps your colleague chained to you could not. Perhaps he or she would falter, and you would be chained to someone who could not make the journey. And they would go just down Duke Street, Little River Turnpike, down what is today 66, down what is today 81. That's why we're remembering this in West Virginia, all the way to Tennessee. Sometimes they were marched all the way to Mississippi and Louisiana. Sometimes they were put on boats in the Cumberland River. A journey away from family, a journey away from whatever home these people had, a journey often into more cruelty. And yet, as was mentioned during the war, people came back to Alexandria. If you look at the names of the people who died here, were buried here, most of them are children, parents bearing children. Here they've come to some instance of freedom, and they're still burying their dead. But with all that pain, this is where hope was born as well. Here in Alexandria, institutions were built. Free people no longer under the whim of the master, creating churches, creating schools, teaching literacy, which children were not allowed, began right here in Alexandria. Schools and churches that continue to this day. So let us all today mourn and remember the dead as they did. Let us all work to fight injustice as they did. And let us continue to build institutions to provide hope to people in the future as they do. Thank you all, everyone, for having me here today. I appreciate it. John Chapman.
Thank you, Delegate Lillian. Hope everybody can hear me. I also wanted to recognize former Councilman Monty Rich, who was here as well. We've heard history here. We've heard why it's good to remember and commemorate these 400 years. But I think we're in a time and place where we all have a duty, and that duty is to remember. When I was growing up here in Alexandria, this location was not this quiet place of remembrance, where you could remember the past and the individuals who came here. We were at the site of a gas station. And it wasn't until individuals like you stepped up and spoke about the need to create this space where we remember and recall the history, as tough as it is, and make sure that folks in our communities know. I think the thing I'm impressed about being here right now in this time period is that our communities have that opportunity to do that. We have the opportunity to recall the past, remember those who did not have an opportunity to hope, as Reverend Markham said. They did not have the opportunities as others. And it's our duty to recall their stories, remember that past, celebrate it, and make sure future generations understand what came before them, how difficult it was, the sins and the mistakes that were made, and the hope that existed. So I'm glad to join with you as we march from one site of remembrance to another. And as was said earlier, remember all of the other sites in this region and this city and our towns and places where we're from and where we've come from and frankly where we're going to go. That we have the opportunity to make sure the past is remembered, celebrated, and recognized for what it was and who we were and who we can be as a community. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am the Reverend Kim Coleman from Trinity Church in Arlington, and also happen to be the newly elected president of the Union of Black Episcopalians for the Episcopal Church.
Yes.
As we near the time to begin our march, something to consider. An old man going along highway came at evening, cold and gray, to a chasm vast and deep and wide. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. The sullen stream had no fear for him, but he turned when safe on the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. Old man, said a pilgrim near, you are wasting your strength building here. Your journey ends with the ending day. You never again will cross this way. You've crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why do you build here at the evening tide? The builder raised his old gray head. Good friend, in the path I've come, he said, here follows after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. The chasm that held no fear for me, to this fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building a bridge for him. And so, we march. Remembering the 2,000 lives of enslaved Black women, men, and children that abide beneath our feet, that at some point in the history of this nation we deem did not have sufficient dignity to prevent a gas station from being placed on top of it, and then in office buildings. We march, remembering the reality that the vestiges of slavery we thought had long passed away are ever present each and every day of our lives. We march. Some ask the question, do Black lives matter? We march because Black lives do matter. Tomorrow, today, and yesterday. And we want to make sure our children, many of whom I'm delighted to see are gathered here with us, know that there are people who believe in restoring the dignity that has been taken away and preserving that dignity for one and all. As you take each step you walk this evening, think hard and long. Think, what next step will I take? What bridge will I build so that no one ever again, not only in Alexandria, but in this nation and this world, has to be worried about suffering the same things that our beloved brothers and sisters who abide beneath our feet suffered in the days of their lives? What bridge will you build? Amen.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We are who we remember. We are what we remember. And we are how we remember. Oftentimes, we place ourselves in a position of inhumanity because of those who we do not recognize. As we forget those who we have engaged in oppression, we also run the risk of forgetting ourselves. We run the risk of not being able to live into the fullness of what God called us to because our desire to forget the simple parts of ourselves. Sin is not to be forgotten, it's to be forgiven. God is asking us to call ourselves into account as this opportunity of remembrance is upon us. We are not here for form, we are not here for fashion. We are here to reclaim the humanity that has been given to all of us. God requires that. Our souls need that. Let us strive toward that work. Would you bow your heads? Gracious Lord, we thank you for this occasion. We thank you for those who have labored and sacrificed to make remembrance possible. Thank you for the love that you have given us, the opportunities for growth and expansion that you have laid before us. Allow us to take this opportunity and to stretch it past our possible conceived notions. Allow us to be what you called us to be in this age that requires a living witness of your power and grace. Give us what we need to be examples in this world, living reminders that you have called us to be those who will trailblaze and go where others don't go. Allow these souls that have been rested here, whose remains have been commemorated in this place. Allow their memory to infuse us with the energy and to invigorate us with the momentum to be all that you called us to be in this time. We ask this in Christ Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much to all of our speakers and presenters tonight. I do want to recognize one other dignitary. I'm told that Councilman Kenneth Aguirre is here in the audience, and so if you would please wave to let everybody know who you are. Thank you for being here. And so now we come to the moment of beginning the march, and what we're going to do in a moment is Kimberly is going to, Reverend Kimberly Banks Brown, she's a really good friend of mine, so, so I get to hear her sing anytime I want. I just say Kimberly. But she's going to lead us in singing I Want Jesus to Walk With Me. We'll sing 2 verses of that. You have it on you have a handout with the words I Want Jesus to Walk With Me. But if you don't have it yet, it's going to now be quickly disseminated. And then when we get to the last verse of that, we will begin the march. When we end that last verse, as we have begun the march and are exiting the cemetery, then we will fall silent and we will continue the march with our police escort, which we very much appreciate the Alexandria police escorting us. One other thing that you will be given if you don't already have it. They already have the, so there will be distributed among you some little flyers with candles. You got candles, great, so we will have those. But there are also going to be some slips of paper, so that as we're marching along, if somebody asks you what we're doing, you can whisper to them, or you can show them the paper that you have that explains a little bit about what this is, and they can go and look it up later if they are so inclined. And I think with that, I'm looking at Valerie and I'm looking at Salal. Are there things that I need to announce? I think that's it. The bus will be waiting for us when we get to 1315 Duke Street. We will sing when we get there. We will break our silence by singing Lift Every Voice and Sing, which you should also have. It's going to be a little bit dark by that time, so we may have to rely on our memories and do our best with that. And then at that point, we will reboard the bus, and those of you who provided your own transportation, we will say, go in peace to love and serve our God. Valerie, Salal, anything else that I need to say? Okay. Then I'm going to hand the microphone back to the Reverend Kimberly Banks Brown.
Okay, so we're going to sing all three verses. You will start marching on the third verse. Since it's dark and no one can see your words anyway, just say the words I say. Amen?
Amen.
All right. I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. All on my pilgrim's journey, Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me. In my trials, Lord, walk with me. In my trials, Lord, walk with me. All along life's pilgrim journey, Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me. In my sorrow, Lord, walk with me. In my sorrow, Lord, walk with me. All along my pilgrim journey, Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me. Walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. While I'm on my pilgrim journey, I want Jesus to walk with me.